What if age is just a number, not a sentence handed down? Just trips around the sun, not destiny to break down. But we watch our parents falter, see them lose their way, and accept it as inevitable. That's how bodies are supposed to decay. We inherit expectations, worn like hand-me-down clothes, that time itself determines how vitality goes. Conditional thinking, programmed deep inside, equations we don't question if years pass then decline. Conditional thinking, splitting what was whole, teaching us our bodies are separate from soul. Once we buy that bifurcation, we'll buy anything they tell. Age means decline, paper means worth, trust credentials well. Outsourcing attention to external authority, sacrificing our most significant resource, ability to see. But what if none of it is real? What if it's just belief? What changes when we question and withdraw our guaranteed agreement? Look at money, paper with no value of its own, just collective faith agreement carved into stone. We trade our lives for printed sheets, believe it makes us whole. And the moment that belief cracks, we see the empty roll. Our bodies are a doctor's resource, generating their return. Our compliance funds their practice, our belief makes their wheels turn. The system needs us sick enough, but not so sick we die. Needs us trusting their credentials more than what our bodies testify. Original split came early, dressed up as divine. Good and evil, God and devil, angels versus paradigm of demons waiting in the dark, bifurcating energy itself, teaching us that unified source lives on some distant shelf. Once we bought that story, that power somewhere else. Soul versus body, sacred versus profane, heaven versus hells. We created all these divisions, split ourselves in two, made the temporary body something we could just see through. Expendable and fading, meant to fail and meant to die, while the real us lives forever somewhere in the sky. But what if that's the conditioning? What if it's the trap? Treating flesh as separate, giving up the integrated map. What makes us trust the calendar over how we actually feel? Why do credentials grant authority over what our bodies reveal? When did paper become more real than the goods it represents? How did we agree to all these artificial measurements? Fear of nursing homes and decline keeps the programming alive. Watching parents fade away, we assume that's how we'll survive. Our later years diminished, dependent, losing ground. Conditional thinking makes inevitable what we've collectively crowned. But what if we reclaimed attention, brought focus back inside, to bodies that keep speaking? If we'd only let them guide to knowing that exists before the experts have their say, to vitality that's present, independent of the day we were born, or years we've lived, or numbers on display. Conditional thinking teaches us we should fade away, but the condition isn't real, it's just agreement, just belief. The moment we withdraw consent, could there be relief? if decline is programmed expectation, not written in our genes? What if money's just collective hypnosis we agree to maintain? What if credentials grant permission, but the knowing still remains? Conditional thinking, age is just a number, or is it fate? Money's just agreement or inherent state? Credentials grant authority, or does knowing live within? These are questions worth examining before we just give in to bifurcation, to the splits we've been taught to believe, to conditional thinking designed to make us grieve our power, our knowing, our vitality, our worth. What changes if we question everything since birth? Age just a number or condition we accept? Worth just agreement or something we protect? Bodies are resources or doctors' revenue stream? Knowing, acquiring credentials, or always been our dream? Questions worth considering before we just agree to conditional thinking and what it makes us.